Welcome back.
Thanks. I knew just trying to get that out now before it actually matters.
Yeah.
Krista, did you hear at all from ASME?
Yeah, Bennett got back to me. Oh, did I not say that? Okay. Yeah, Bennett got back to me. They're interested. They'll join us. And I told them the date. So I'll send them more information when I know more. But so far it's just 6:30 on the 15th.
That one lady who was thinking about doing a joint session never responded back to me after 2 emails.
What lady?
The algorithm. Am I pronouncing that correctly?
Oh. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I sent her 2 emails and she never got back to me. So
Okay.
that might have busted. So
Yeah. All good. I think we're pretty much full for this semester anyways, so.
100%.
Yeah. I'm gonna give us until like 6:35 and then we can start. Unless we level off.
Hello to everyone that's joined so far. Thanks for coming out tonight.
Yeah, thank you. We appreciate the coming out even though there's some weirdness with the virtual meetings.
Yeah.
While we're waiting to start, there's a link to an attendance form that I just put in the chat. You want to go ahead and fill that out while we're waiting?
Yep.
Perfect.
Grant has joined us. Hey, Grant.
Crickets.
There he goes.
Oh.
He's probably cooking or something.
Yeah, it's pretty common. Oh, that's great. All right, I'll give us another minute and then we'll start. All right, guys. Well, like Christian said, thank you guys for coming out, even though it's an interesting meeting with our virtual meetings, but everything should be pretty normal in terms of speaker events and all that type of stuff that we normally have. Yeah, so we'll start.
And I'm not on the right. There we go. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is something that we're trying to do this year, is start our meetings with actually a preview of what's coming up in the coming weeks. And so today is the interest meeting. This Thursday we have the Design Build Fly, or DBF, kickoff meeting. Next Tuesday, we have the School Survival Guide, which is a meeting that we usually have each semester to share advice for different classes in the aerospace curriculum, as well as it's a good opportunity to meet your classmates, especially if you're a freshman or sophomore or junior or senior. Honestly, anybody, it's a good opportunity to see who's in your class. So that's next Tuesday. And then next Thursday is the special projects kickoff meeting, which we will talk more about what special projects is later.
So as many of you all know, our branch is a part of the AIAA National Organization, which is the world's largest professional aerospace engineering organization, which when you get into internships and just meeting everybody in the industry, AIAA is a big thing. So in total, I guess, their mission statement is to exist, to advance the arts, sciences, and technology of aeronautics and astronautics, and to nurture and promote the professionalism of those engaged in these pursuits. So we'll get further into it, but the goal pretty much is just to continue growing as professionals and as, well, in this case, students, and just to expand like who we know and what we can learn from each other. So we'll go through all the officers for this year. Those who were involved last year, you probably would have seen these names just from the last email in the spring. But yeah, we'll say who we are. All right, so I'm Carissa. I'm the chair for this year. I'm a senior majoring in aerospace engineering with a minor in economics, and I really like planes and weather, and I used to swim a lot. So my favorite plane is the Concorde, the supersonic passenger aircraft that unfortunately stopped flying in about 2003. And my fun fact is that I watched a full-size Fokker F-28 crash from 100 feet high at NASA Langley last summer. And both wings fell off. It was pretty cool. So that was a neat experience.
My name is Brian. I'm the vice chair. My major is also aerospace engineering. I'm a junior, and my interests are soccer and traveling. Not too much traveling going on now, but still plenty of soccer to play and watch. I'm a big Arsenal supporter, if anybody out there follows soccer. And my favorite plane is the Harbor Air E-plane, which is actually developed for, it's a modified regular seaplane that they put an electric motor in. And actually the CEO of Harbor Air did the first test flight, and it's the first fully electric commercial plane. And my fun fact is that my favorite airport for plane spotting is LAX. And if you're ever there, there's an in and out, of course, not too far from the runway. And if you go around midday, you can see all of the long haul flights from Europe or Asia coming in. And at least I went there twice, the same trip actually, because it was so good. I had to go back, and I got to see a couple 747s. I got to see one A380 and lots of other big planes. It was pretty cool.
Hey, what's up, guys? My name's Kyle. I'm the treasurer this year. Like everybody else, I'm also aerospace engineering. I'm a junior. My interest, besides obviously airplanes, because that's why we're here, is disc golf and Zaxby's. I have a severe addiction to chicken. I'm working on it, I promise. My favorite plane is, of course, the SR-71. Picture on the right. I got to check one out at Dulles about a little less than a year ago. And my fun fact is this past summer, I got a summer internship, and it was through my dental hygienist. So I'll keep your options open, and you might be able to find something like that through anybody.
Hey guys, I am Josh, the secretary. I'm a junior in the aerospace program as well. Some of my interests is drones, music, and of course, Wolfpack athletics. Even though we may not have them this year, I'm very hopeful that we do. But we'll have to wait and see. My favorite aircraft is the Nighthawk from Lockheed Martin. It just looks really cool, and the stealth technology was awesome. My fun fact is that I went to space camp down in Huntsville, Alabama, and that is where I got into aerospace. So it's a little bit about me.
Hey, I'm Christian Coggins. I'm one of the new people this year, so I'm the design chair. So I help lead DBF. So if you come out Thursday night, you'll kind of see me more. So I'm a senior in aerospace engineering. I said that when I'm not doing schoolwork, my interests are because I feel like I spend like 90% of my time doing school stuff. So when I'm not doing that, I like to cook. I'm really into basketball, so college basketball. I'm a Hornets fan and an NC State fan, so my life is kind of just endless suffering and disappointment. I'm also into weightlifting. I mean, can't do much of that right now either. So I'm also I like to watch cartoons. I guess that's not something someone I don't know. That might be just kind of interesting, but I included my little Bobby Hill picture where he's throwing up his Wolfpack. Um, my favorite plane is the Boeing B-29. So this is like a plane used a lot in the like in the Pacific during World War II. I just think it's cool. And then a fun fact about myself is I helped like create a duct tape panel last year in our structures class. So if you're a junior, you're probably taking I think it's MA 371 in structures. And yeah, so I made a panel out of duct tape, and we cheated and used a little bit of carbon fiber, so that made it really strong too. But if you play the video, I don't know if it works, but like it just shows, it's pretty cool showing how it worked. But yeah, it was.
Hey, Josh, you want to back us up?
I got it.
Thank you, thank you. Maybe. There we go. Sweet.
Hey everyone, my name is Ryan. I'm the Special Projects Chair. I'm a sophomore in aerospace engineering. My interests are aeroponics, which is a type of gardening that uses very little water. It's pretty cool. I kind of got into it this summer when I had nothing else to do at home. I enjoy playing music and YouTube. It's not often that YouTube recommends me a video I haven't seen before, so definitely get around there. My favorite planes would have to be the P-38 Lightning. I'm currently trying to build a model of it. I just think it looks really cool, and it had one job to do, and it did it well, so what more can you ask for? And the X-37, the plane on the left, there's actually an X-37B, which is a later model of it. But the work that Boeing did with the government on that project was really cool. Unfortunately, most of it is still confidential, so I don't really know what they do up there, but it's definitely some cool stuff. And then my fun fact is that I look like Eloy. He was the special projects chair last year, and as you can see, we look the same. That's actually a picture of him, not me. When I saw it at first, I thought it was me, so if it fooled me, I'm sure it'll fool you guys too.
And a fun fact actually about Ryan's X-37 is that we actually had the guy who is a really key component on that project come and speak for us last year. So that was really neat. But yeah, very cool. So at AIAA, we have three with people in the aerospace industry. So we advance through our two design teams, design, build, fly, and special projects. And then we also do technical workshops. So a good example of this would be last year when we had the World War II RC aircraft workshop. And we'll hopefully finish that up this year, but it kind of depends on how the semester goes. We promote people in the aerospace, well, we promote the aerospace industry by doing outreach in events such as Habitat for Humanity Day, events at NC State like Engineering Open House, and STEM outreach events at local schools and museums. One of the big ones we did last year was the Astronomy Days at the North Carolina Museum of Natural Sciences, and we got to volunteer with NASA Langley with that. So that was really, really neat. These events, hopefully we can do them in the spring, but we'll keep you guys updated when it comes to things like off campus. And then we'll do seminars with research faculty, and then we'll also do joint meetings with local AIAA professional members. So we're technically in Region 2, which is the Carolina region, and we're a student branch in that. So we'll do joint meetings with their leadership as well.
Yeah, so one of the missions is advanced. So we do that through Design, Build, Fly. Like I said earlier, as the design chair, I'm kind of the lead on that right now. And Design, Build, Fly, if you've never heard of it, is a pretty cool project. It is so Design, Build, Fly is a national competition given out by AIAA where we're tasked with designing a fixed wing RC. Now we don't get our competition rules to actually start designing until probably the next 2 weeks or so. But once we get those, like, we're gonna hit the ground running and really get started with first our conceptual design for the aircraft, and then later on and more so next semester we're going to be manufacturing the plane. And so it's part of DBF is it's actually a senior design project. So Carissa and I are so since we're both seniors, this is basically our senior design project. And it's cool that as this like extracurricular thing through AIAA, any underclassmen that want to get involved with this, like we're actively want more underclassmen to get involved. So whether you're freshman, sophomore, you can come in and immediately start helping us with DBF. And it's a pretty cool opportunity because you get a lot of like hands-on skills with both manufacturing a plane, and then we use a lot of CAD for designing, but then you even get to do things that you don't get to do in most classroom, which is like conceptually designing a aircraft and like performing trade-offs of different design configurations and things like that. And that's what we're going to really get into starting the next few weeks. And if you're interested in more information, we're going to have our meeting for that on Thursday. But like I said, it's going to be, we're really targeting like getting everyone as involved as possible this year. And with everything being moved online, I feel like this would be a really good thing to get people involved with, because we have been working for like the past like month to just have a good online presence with DBF, and we primarily use Slack. So if you're interested in it, I'll get you the information, and you can join our Slack channel. And when you join, we already have like a plethora of like information and stuff that you can get to like read about DBF, read about designing a plane, read about RC, read about all these things. And you just have a tons of information you can go ahead and start like getting involved with. And like I said, probably we'll have our initial meeting this week, but then the next week meeting we'll most likely already have our design rules for DBF, and we're going to be like, we'll basically ideas for how we should design the plane. You're more than welcome to share those with us. And if you want to get involved with DBF, then you really should, because it's a great opportunity. And even if you're if you just want to get involved with some extracurricular things, like it's just a really good thing to do, because it's just, you get a lot of experience, you get to meet people and just work on a project that's starting. It's a year-long project. So the next slide that shows the planes. So yeah, so another detail about DBF is every year, basically, our design is different. So we can't really get started on the design right now because we don't really know what it's going to be. So, okay, yeah, I can share the Slack link. So we can't really get started because we don't know what the plane actually is. So in the far right, that was the plane from last year. It was a banner towing bush. You can see in that picture in the middle, or on the far right middle of the but like I said, we don't. It's kind of a fun thing because we don't know what we're going to actually be building. So whenever we get the rules, whether it's next week or the week after, we're all going to be like fresh in this competition, and even people that have worked the competition last year and stuff, like people that are new this year, will all have the same kind of perspective, or almost like we'll be starting the same place in a way with understanding the rules. Kind of design we're basically going to have, but it's very different every year. The plane in the middle had to be a plane that could be stowed in a box with like collapsible wings that folded in. The year before, it also had to carry like a little missile, like little foam missiles too. You can't really see that in the top picture, but you can kind of see it in the CAD picture in the center. But I don't quite remember what was in the left, but they also had some kind of payload. So generally we're going to be building a fixed wing RC aircraft with some kind of payload. But we're really excited to get started with that. And for sure now that we're going to have the competition. That was another thing we spent all summer. We emailed the people with AIAA. They were like, are we going to have this competition? And we didn't get a response, but we checked on their website recently, and they posted that we're looking forward to the 25th anniversary of DBF in 2020, 2021. It's like, oh, sweet. So I guess that means it's on. So, yeah, like I said, just if you want to get involved, I think someone shared the Slack link, and go ahead and join that. And I can send a message to all the new people tonight, maybe directing y'all with information in it. But there's a lot of information in it, and we're really catering this Slack and everything with DBF to just allow underclassmen to get really involved and basically see what it's like. If not even you're interested in DBF, to see what it's like for senior design, because I mean that's applicable to anyone that's in aerospace or just in engineering in general. So so come to our meeting Thursday if you're interested, or join the Slack.
Yep. Thanks, Christian.
Cool. Well, another way that projects differs from DBF in the sense that we pursue more individualized projects that we ourselves are interested in. Our focus this year is going to be on smaller projects that we can take part in online. And this is going to allow special projects to stay active despite any online restrictions that we have. So by smaller projects, development. This is going to be really cool because it's going to allow us to ourselves develop our own drone designs and build them all on a single circuit board. We're also going to try and work with AirPaw on some 5G drone communications. And the plan is to use some of the PCB board designs and some of the tech we use for 5G drone communications to build an optimized competition drone. As far as opportunities go in special projects, a big part of our meetings is going to focus on technical skill development and preparing people for senior design projects and such. So definitely don't feel burdened if you don't have any experience using some of the skill or tools that we will be using, because a lot of our meetings are going to focus on development in that sense, so that we can use those skills to work on other things like building an optimized competition drone. So that's the quick rundown on special projects. And now Josh is going to talk about some of the things that we did in past years.
Right. So 2 years ago, 2017 to 2018, the special projects created a drone competition. It was meant to be a package delivery drone. We're sort of starting to see that more and more now today. 2 years ago, it was more of a let's get ahead of the curve. So that competition was created, and drone was built for that. Last year, that was 2 years ago, and I think 3 years ago.
2 years.
Last
No, 3 years. You're right.
3 years. That's what I
Yeah.
thought. And then last year, we sort of took a step away from that. We wanted to see what we could do that was different because we started to see more and more of that package drone delivery. So we decided to just start from the basics, ground up, designing and fabricating our own drone design. So that's what you see on that far right, that top picture. That is a drone design that has been created on SolidWorks, and we're hoping to 3D print that out and put it together. So that might be what Ryan mentioned with the custom drone electronics. That got cut off due to COVID. So we have a design where we were waiting to print after spring break. We'll see if we can get that done this semester.
Yeah, and I would encourage anyone who's interested in special projects to check out our meeting, which I believe is next Thursday. We're actually going to get started on something real quick that week, so it'll be a great time for you to see if you're interested in what we'll be doing for the rest of the year.
So one other thing that AIAA does is promote. So we want to go and spread the word about aerospace to anyone and everyone. Chris had mentioned previously, we used to do Habitat for Humanity, going out to the community, wearing our shirts, letting everyone know who we are while helping the community out by building some homes. We may or may not be able to do that. We'll have to wait and see. Most of these that are off campus, we'll have to wait and see. But NC State would host a lot of events such as, not the career fair, but you'd bring in students from high school who want to come learn about what NC State offers in their engineering program. So we would have stands set up, talk to people, get everyone excited about the aerospace program here at State. We would also go to schools, do STEM outreach, and that also comes from the museums that are located around Raleigh. We started getting set up to go spread the word about AIAA and aerospace in NC State at these museums. Currently, they're mostly shut down, but we do have the contact information, and we're hoping to get back there as soon as possible. And that is also part of the NASA Astronomy Day, where we go and tell people about aerospace and what we do.
So this slide is Connect. It's about our company meetings, and really also under Connect is some of the professional development workshops we have. So the company meetings most of the time take place Tuesdays at 6:30, like this meeting right now. And you can see on the screen some of the speakers that we have lined up. Not all of them are confirmed yet. I will say that Northrop, Lockheed, the DHS, NavAir, and SpaceX are. So we look forward to telling you guys more about when these will occur. But these are a good opportunity to hear from professionals out in the industry and what their experience is. And they often have really good advice. And also, it's just cool to hear about what some of these companies are up to from a more microscopic level.
Sorry, I was muted there. But next thing is our meetings. So our weekly meetings for now will be held on Zoom, and they'll be held right now Tuesdays, 6:30 to 7:30. That'll be our weekly meetings where we hit the companies and our different projects throughout the year. We've also PF and special projects, which we don't have a set time for yet, but will mostly be through Zoom as well. But within the next couple of weeks, we'll get you a solid time for those.
So because AIAA is a student branch of a national organization, you can join the national organization. It's typically, you do have to pay a fee. It's been 25 years in the past, or $25 in years past, but it's being dropped to $15 for a limited time. So we highly suggest doing that. From personal experience, you get a lot of great experience with that national organization. I was given the opportunity through that national organization to go and tour the Dreamliner facility for Boeing down in Charleston, which was a really cool event. Got to connect with a lot of people. So those events, they were happening probably about once a month with the national organization. You'd get an email for that saying, here's an event, sign up if you'd like. So that's something that's really special about AIAA, is that they want to get their members and the students involved. But yeah, that's the gist of it. We will have attendance for the student branch, so we can sort of keep track of how many members we have coming. We actually are one of the more active branches in our region, but with that attendance, I would like to mention that there is a link in the chat for the attendance. Go hit that up if you'd like to get credit for this meeting. And that's pretty much all there is to the membership that I have to say.
I've got a couple fun facts for you. The first one, someone in here might know, the next two, probably not. So, Josh, could you throw up the first question?
Oh, my bad.
You're good. All right. So, what 3 words summarize the mission of AIAA? Carissa talked about it earlier. Anybody could throw it in the chat or speak out loud. You might know those 3 words. If not, that is okay.
Hey, Josh, actually, really quick, can you put that attendance link back in the chat?
Yes.
But yeah, sorry, Kyle, continue.
No, you're good. You're good. Okay, it looks like you guys are shy or you missed it. That's no worries. So those 3 words are advance, promote, and connect. And we do that throughout the different facets of the organization, like DBF for Christian. So Josh, you can throw that back up. This is a pretty cool fact, actually, that we actually have an NC State alum who's the current president of AIAA. I don't expect anybody to know that, so Josh, you can go and throw that up there.
Yeah.
Dr. Hassan.
He's actually come and speak to AIAA events as well, like just for our student branch. So having the president, he's very active at NC State, and he's extremely active, obviously, in AIAA. So that's a super, super neat connection that we have. So.
And Josh, you can go and throw up the next 2 bullets. And so what professional societies merged to create AIAA? That was the American Rocket Society and American Interplanetary Society. So pretty cool.
All right, now we're going to talk about some of the new stuff that we have added for this year. So the first one is our Google Calendar, and hopefully you guys have seen this in the emails we've been sending out, a link to it. But if not, it will be sent out again in the email recapping the interest meeting. And basically what we will put on our Google Calendar are the main meetings, so that they'll include the Zoom link and also give you a notification, which you can change, but so they'll show you when our meetings are. And the next is a YouTube channel, which one of the few benefits of being completely online is that it's really easy to record our meetings now. So if you don't get the chance to listen live, we'll put all of our recorded meetings up on our YouTube channel. That link is also going to be in the email recapping this, or you can just search NC State AIAA. And lastly is our LinkedIn group, which is the idea behind the LinkedIn group is hopefully it'll be able to help some of us network with a few of the past AIAA alumni, but really the goal is for like 5 or 10 years down the line to have a large group in there, so that generation of NC State AIAA and aerospace engineers will have a good network to be able to ask questions and meet a lot of us. So that you can find by searching AIAA NC State Student Branch on LinkedIn.
There's also a link at the bottom of our weekly emails that have that as well.
Yeah.
So I guess, do you guys have any questions about either, how we're going to do meetings, about any of our different teams, anything about what we do, who we are? You don't have to ask, using your voice either. If you don't want to, we can use the chat as well.
Can all the teams be accessed through that Slack link, like subgroups or this sort of thing?
Yes. Yeah, so anyone that's joined it already, you see the channels. So the general channel is where we're doing like most of our communication and updates. But we were kind of waiting till we had everyone join, and then we're going to try to be more active in the specific sub-team channels. So those channels are the aerodynamics, CAD, manufacturing, propulsion, stability and control, and structures. And so there's sub-team leads for each of those. And so ideally, if you have questions pertaining to a specific sub-team, you could kind of ask or just have a discussion about those things in there. But otherwise, you can also, if you have any general questions, you can direct message me, or you could also just send it in the Slack.
Cool.
I also could just add really quick that if anyone is maybe nervous to message things in the Slack, that's perfectly understandable. But we actually added a thing in the Slack where if you write, I think it's this /anonymous into the Slack, then you can send your message anonymously and no one will see who it is. So even if you have any questions after today or after Thursday, if you want to ask them in there, then we'll respond. But generally the Slack is more devoted towards DBF things.
There's actually a group me for this AIAA just general chat as well. So if you have any questions or any aerospace fun facts, or a few days ago it was National Aviation Day, so we'll post fun things in that sometimes as well. I also see there's a question from Seth. Is there any reason to stay on or near campus this semester? So with regards to classes, it all kind of depends on what your classes are like, how they're meeting. A huge part of it is just how you study as well. I know a lot of people study a lot better on or near campus than they do at home. But with regards to AIAA, most of what we'll be doing should be over Zoom. So if we do have anything not over Zoom, we're definitely working to include a Zoom portion of that as well, especially because even if we do manage to have any meetings as the semester continues, we'll probably not be able to have everybody there as people are limited. So in that sense, Zoom will always be a good connection, I guess.
I have a question for anybody that just joined the DBF Slack. Are you able to see previous messages that were sent? So in the general chat, are there other messages before you join?
I see a yes.
Yeah, that's good.
That's good.
Right. Thank you.
Good question.
But yeah, with that, if you just want to look, you scroll back all the way to July when I started. I mean, there's some dumb stuff in there, but then there's also a lot of I mean, it's not that much dumb stuff. It's just a couple of just silly things and memes. But we have I put my MA 251 notes in there because that's something pretty useful for designing aircraft. I uploaded a couple textbooks. I uploaded just past resources from other years, and if you just want to look at that stuff, then that's a good thing. If you want to prime yourself what DBF is about, and also if you're also interested, you could just if you just Google AIAA DBF, you'll go to their website and then it'll show you information about past conferences and stuff like that. So I'd highly encourage you, if you're interested in things, to check it out.
Absolutely. Any other questions? Well, I think, Josh, we can probably move on to the next slide, but if you do have any other questions, don't ever hesitate to contact ncsu.aiaa@gmail.com, and we'll be checking that as well, or reach out in the group me. But we'll always be checking that. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out.
So on this slide, as you can see, we're still going to try to sell our shirts. I believe Christian is doing a great job modeling it right now. And then on the back, it has sponsored by Navair. So the shirts are $15, and we also have the stickers that are that you can see in the bottom left of the screen. Those are $2, and what we're going to try to do is on that link that says linktree slash NCSU AIAA, or if you scan the QR code, you can find an order form for the shirts, as well as the link for the group me, the link for the LinkedIn group. There's a lot of links on there. I think probably 5 or 6. Most of the stuff we talked about is linked there, but with the shirt and sticker order form, you'll be able to pick it up at EB3. We don't ship yet, I guess. Hopefully we don't have to, but yeah. And it says that proceeds go to supplies and refreshments, but I guess that might be for a future semester.
And we'll reach out to you guys after you fill out the form about when and how to pick up from EB3 as well. So we'll accommodate with that. I guess the officers will hang out for a little bit longer if you guys like want to ask any other questions or do anything like that. But thanks for coming out.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks everyone.
Don't forget to sign the attendance form.
Yeah.
Christian, let's see the shirt real quick.
Nice.
Right on.
Beautiful.
360, please.
Nice. Spin around. Thanks a lot, guys.
Have a good
Thank
one.
you.
Have a good night.
If anyone has DBF questions, I can answer those as well.
Ryan, I love the fact that you kept this photo of Eli. It really makes me happy.
I know, right?
I thought
I
it
was
was
so glad to
me
see
for
that
a
one.
while.
Best fun fact.